Why don't I feel the same with Genshin lately? All right, normally I do not make these videos at all. I feel like I should just make it just to say what's on my mind, right? So probably the title of the video will be why I don't feel the same with Genshin lately. It's just coming from the heart and how I personally feel about the game's progression over these past few months lately, right? So I probably have like a little list here just to let you know like what different bullet points I'm coming from as I try to collect my mind because I usually don't talk without having some sort of script. I mean, most times I do talk without having a script, but anyways, we're gonna jump right into it, right? So why don't I feel the same way of Genshin as I used to feel probably like last year, maybe like early last year before the fatal June incident happened. So I guess in a way I kind of been experiencing burnout. You could probably wrap the video to just that itself, but also a sense of urgency to wish. Alright, so this is the second time that I miss an opportunity to have Nahida, right? So when Nahida first came around, I wasn't really all too thrilled of like, oh my god, let me open up my wallet and then try to swipe for this character. I had wishes prepared for them. I think I lost a 50-50 back in the day. And I just didn't really care. I didn't want to do the grind every day that I've been doing since March 2021. A few days before Hu Tao's banner ended. It was just like that. I think Neela was first actually. And I was just like, I knew what she did. I knew how powerful she was, but it was just like, it's whatever, right? I don't really want to wish for the character when I have so many other characters. So I probably may have it on the screen of the type of characters I have on my account. And my favorite character to use is Yula. So physical. I know people have a lot of things about it, but I really like using the character for personality, her playstyle, and other such things. I know there's no team really built around her, but I have fun with other characters in the game too, right? So I know that Baiju and Kabe is coming out. I really don't care about Baiju. I would take Kabe. I mean, it's a 4-star, maybe the harder character to get out of the banner, but I do have a guarantee, unfortunately. So I think Mr. Acupuncture will be coming to my account regardless if I like it or not, unless Kave comes, and then I can move on to a future character, Kirara, okay? Now for the events. I kind of hate that some parts of these events are time gated, and it keeps me from just doing everything all at once. I have to keep logging in like every other day just to do one part of the event. The unvoiced event, which you gotta read to yourself, read out loud if you're a content creator, probably, unless you really just don't care. You could really be talking to your chat. Well, I'm a small person, so I gotta read it out loud and do what I gotta do to humor it. Okay, so these events, you get usually like, for 420 remote gym is cool, whatnot, but some of these events lately, they just haven't been really all too drilling. I see the progression that they are changing up things and making things a little more interesting. I guess the Wii Nut thing was interesting a little bit because you're using different mechanics to kind of take it down, but the dialogue to get there just runs on and on and on and on and on. After a while, it got kind of old. I had to wait next day, the next day, the next day, next day because obviously I don't want to have to log on every other day just to do one party event. Only some to little events were fun in this game. Stuff like Wind Trace. I don't really want to play Pac-Man or take pictures or anything like that. Some combat events are okay, but not all too okay. I do like the little tower defense thing, but the auto battle one was kind of like, eh. I kind of did like the little beetle thing. I mean, I got used to it. The Pokemon Showdown type of like thing there. It was kind of fun once I realized how to play it, but I caught a few L's doing that. Anyways, some of the story quests, the characters have been boring and it has really bad pacing, right? So the characters I'm talking about here, let me see if I can bring it up here. So like, Tenari was okay. Neela was boring as hell. Sino was boring as hell, and also I hate him, right? Those three just dragged on and on. It was just a slice of life drama, and nothing really happens until like the last 5 minutes or the story. You get like a little cinematic thing, and then something happens. Cool, right? Just cool, okay? Tenari's was a little emotional towards the end, for obvious reason. If you haven't done it, well, you can probably see if you haven't stopped doing the story quest by then because of how it's just, how it is. And a lot of these engagements do happen with NPCs and not really not really with important people I see in Genshin like other characters. I like having our characters all interact, you know. I know I'm making this video and when Honkai is kind of out now, but this has really been on my mind. Honkai does a really good job with having characters interact with each other in a story and push it forth together. And they have their own little dramas, this and that. Yes, different game, I understand. I just wish we can see these characters interact more with each other in the story and some stuff. The only time they actually get together is when it's an event, just like the current Summer event with the contest between different schools or whatever it is. I guess that's cool. But if you have made it to that point in Genshin, you're not like soldiering from like boredom and stuff like that. Anyways, I don't really need more characters. I technically can do everything in this game because the game is pretty easy. And the characters you get for free or you already have since the beginning of Genshin can just pretty much clear things. If you do like Dendro stuff, Hyper Bloom, Quicken, Aggravate just makes the game completely easy for you with no sweat at all, right? You just use a cookie, you just hey, Mastery, good. Just like it's pretty simple how to do things and get you cleared as quickly. I make my job a lot harder by playing Eula. I know she's a physical character, and ever since she got released, the enemies have like 70% physical resistance, you know, everything else is lower. I can pretty much do everything I need to do with the characters I currently have my account. I don't need to waste my time worry about someone else and then chase the artifacts and this and that. Do the same repeated grind every day, in and out. It's boring. It's boring. It just gets old. Spending money on characters, that too, it just feels like a waste because I'm on the same topic right now with I don't need to like get a new character pretty much. I mean, through money, I guess you do it through money. I don't need to chase with money like that. I mean, if you're free to play, sure, you have your core characters you use all the time, get through your content, you have an easy time. New stuff come out, you sweep, you get off the game within 15 minutes or half an hour. Cool, right? Content creation, I understand. You know, you want to get more characters for people who may come by your stream and ask questions and this and that. Technically, I've been getting new characters, but I never really talk about them or make a video about them. They're pretty cool. I mean, I answer some questions if people have things about them, but I don't have like every weapon in the game to really do stuff or have weapons fully leveled up because it's tedious to have to keep going out there and go grab this item, grab this material, do this and that, go in the open world, kill this thing, and it has a refresh point, right? So you kill too many hilly trolls, they have like 2-hour refresh, or some bosses that's you get what I mean. So collecting things, a pain in the ass. I have discovered that it was a real pain when it came to like collecting stuff at Sino. I just said no, I'm not gonna kill myself every day trying to grab the scabs because they're really hard to get and they keep moving around. And you know what else was annoying? Getting stuff for Kale, right? And Scaramouche had to do the same thing. Just that it was easier because Scaramouche flies, okay? If you get them, then you start farming. Then you start farming because it's more accessible that way. Another thing I will say is also running 2 accounts. You can say, you know, pay to win, and the other one's free to play, right? Sometimes I have more fun with my free to play because it gives me more options and I have to think a little more what to do with my carrots I currently have and what to farm for. If you pay to win, you know, hey, you just do this, you swipe, you get whatever you want. And it's all easy for you after that. Now, the only problem with my free-to-play account is that I don't have Eula on it, which is a character I've been waiting a year for my other account. I made the account after when Eula came out, and she is still not here. I have no idea cold code when she's going to show up. Though I made a prediction back in February on a short saying that, hey, she might be released in the summertime. I have no idea. You know, somebody like Klee is always released in the summertime as of late. Other than that, there are other games I would like to make content on alongside with Genshin from time to time. I don't want to stay on the game all the time and do the same recycle. You know, I just keep rinsing my hands doing the same thing. Rinse and repeat is what I'm looking for. The term I'm looking for. Thank you, brain. So I do want to play other games. Sure, I played like Resident Evil. You guys probably saw Super Smash Brothers. I used to play GBO2 a lot, which is Gundam Battle Operation a lot. And if you're really OG, you probably know I played Star Wars back in the day. Maybe some other shooting game too. But I'm trying to clear out Genshin stuff. So I ain't got to worry about it for a long time. Exploration. It feels like it's time consuming, and I need some instant gratification right now. some instant value. Genshin does offer value from time to time, but it's just doing it all the time. It's just a thing. So on this channel, I would like to change what I want to do. Start adding some Honkai stuff and adding some other stuff on here to, you know, further grow the account. You know, have my fun with Genshin, but I just don't feel like I need to like put as much time into it. I'm not quitting at all. Just, you know, just dialing back a little bit. So sometimes you won't see me really stream it. I'll just do my dailies very quick, get out the game and this and that. Maybe I won't even stream the events because some events are pretty dull and I feel like it bores you guys sometimes too. And I do have a lot more fun. Halo. when I'm like just chatting in the just chatting section of Genshin, you know, on YouTube, of course. I'll try to do like a Twitch thing. I try to switch to those things. I have more fun just talking about random stuff with you guys and actually playing the game. I mean, the game itself just brings you guys here, the persons who you stay for, this and that. That's kind of like where I stand on things, since I'm a person, a guy, a content creator who's been playing since Genshin's release. It just feels, you know, pretty repetitive for me. But you know, if you ask me on stream, I will say hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah. I do get bored of the game. There's only a few characters that keep me interested in the game, and that one of them is Yula. I can do a tier list, who's boring and who's interesting. I can do a lot of stuff, you know. So who knows where I go from here with doing Genshin stuff and how much of it I want to do. I still got to balance out work. I'm not a full-time content creator at all. I'm just here when I have time. So yeah, I think that will be it, unless I have to make a follow-up video, answer some questions and be clear with some stuff. I will still help people out and give advice here and there on certain things. So there are other people who give better advice. But if you just want to listen to me, that's really good. I do appreciate that. So this is Hikaro signing out. Ika out. Peace.